dimension of U is n. So the matrix the size of the matrix is n cross m. Okay, n number of rows and m number of columns. Means the size of the matrix will be reversed from this. Here m is the dimension of the domain vector space, n is the dimension of the codomain vector space. The size of the matrix will reverse n cross n. Okay. This crucial thing you all have to be put in your mind. So V has a dimension m, U has a dimension n, then the corresponding matrix M will be of n cross n. Okay. For example, let us suppose T is a mapping from R3 to R2 defined as T of x, y, z is equal to 3x minus 2y plus z x minus 3y minus 2z. Okay. So if we want to derive the matrix associated with this linear transformation, we will choose the standard basis of R3, standard basis of R3, which is 1 0 0 0 1 0 and 0 0 1, and standard basis of R2, which is 1 0 and 0 1. Okay, so let us suppose, so here this is R3 and this is R2. So if we apply 1 0 0 to this T, it will be the element of this. So we can write T of 1 0 0 is equal to, by definition, we will substitute 1 in place of x. So this will be, and rest y and z are 0. Therefore, it will be 3, 1 only. Okay. And this 3, 1 can be written as 3 times 1, 0 plus 1 times 0, 1. These are this 3 1 in the linear combination of the basis vectors, standard basis vectors of the codomain vector space R. Similarly, T 0 1 0. If you put y equal to 1 and rest x and z equal to 0, this will become -2 and this will become -3. Correspondingly, the coefficients will be -2, 1, 0 plus -3, 0, 1. Okay, we are getting the coefficients as 3, 1, -2, -3, and the last one T 0, 0, 1. In place of z it is 1, so it is 1, -2. This is equal to 1, 1, 0 plus -2, 0, 1. Okay. So in this definition, we get these coefficients as 3, 1. So firstly, the size of the matrix will be M, as we have already discussed. This is from R3 to R2. The corresponding matrix will have of size 2 cross 3. Okay. So this matrix will be of size 2 cross 3, and these coefficients will be in the column. So 3 and 1, -2, -3, and last is 1 minus 2, 1 minus 2. This is of size 2 cross 3. This is the matrix constructed from this linear transformation using the standard basis of R3 and R3. Okay. So, do you have any confusion in this? Any one of you? What I have did is I use these vectors of the standard basis from the domain space, apply T on that, the linear transformation using this given definition, and we have the output 3, 1. And this 3, 1 vector belongs to this R2. So therefore, this 1, 3, 1 can be written as the linear combination of the standard basis of R2, and we will get the coefficients 3 and 1. Similarly, minus 2 and minus 3, 1 and minus 2, and we can construct by putting these coefficients in the column, and we will have this matrix 2 cross 3. Okay. Anyone have any confusion in this? You can ask. So I suppose it is very much understandable. Some points you are supposed to put in your mind कि अगर ये 3 dimension से 2 dimension में अगर जा रहा है तो the matrix will be in the reverse size 2 cross 3. Okay. Now we have used the standard basis of R3 and R2. Let us see one example. That I have already provided in the notes. T from R3 to R2. Okay. With the basis of R3 is given to be 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, and 1, 1, 0. And the basis of R2 as 1, 0 and 1, 1. Okay. And corresponding to these bases, it is given that the matrix of size 2 cross 3 is given as 1, 2, 2, 1 and 4, 0. Okay, this is given. Now the question is find matrix of T related to basis one, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1 and 0, 1, 1 of R3 and 1, 1 and 0, 1 of R2. So here also we have to find another matrix N of size 2 cross 3 such that it is transformed from this new basis to this new basis of R2. Okay. तो पहली बात है, कुछ बातें ध्यान में देखो कि यहाँ पर हमारे पास स्टैंडर्ड बेसिस नहीं है, ये दोनों बेसिस स्टैंडर्ड बेसिस नहीं है जिसके कॉरेस्पॉन्डिंग हमें मैट्रिक्स गिवन है। ओके, एंड द सेकंड थिंग, जो हमें नया मैट्रिक्स फॉर्म करना है, यहाँ पर जो वेक्टर्स दिया हुआ है बेसिस एलिमेंट्स का, एक तरह से लगभग सिमिलर है, क्योंकि इसके जो थर्ड वेक्टर है 1 1 0, इट इज पुट इन द फर्स्ट प्लेस, द सेकंड वेक्टर it is as it is in the second place, and the third vector it is in the the first vector it is in the last place। मतलब कि जो डोमेन का जो डोमेन स्पेस जो R3 है, उसके जो वेक्टर्स हैं बेसिस वेक्टर्स, उनको सिर्फ थोड़ा सा इसमें रीअरेंजमेंट किया गया है। दिस वन इज पुट हियर, दिस वन इज पुट हियर, एंड दिस वन हियर, मतलब ऑर्डरिंग थोड़ा सा सिर्फ चेंज हुआ है। और दूसरी बात, जो कोडोमेन वेक्टर स्पेस का बेसिस है, यहाँ 1 0 है, सो यहाँ पे 1 0 नहीं लिए हैं, 1 1 है, तो इसका ये, और इसके बदले में एक नया मतलब यहाँ पे यूज करना है 0 1। We will have to construct this matrix, new matrix. The size will be obviously 2 cross 3 because the transformation is from R3 to R2, and we have to calculate this matrix, and after calculating this we will see the conclusion from it. So firstly, from this matrix we have given this matrix 2 cross 3 as 1 2 2 1 4 0. Okay, so if we apply 0 1 1, the first basis element in the domain, it should be like 1 into 1 0 plus this 2 into 1 1. Why? Let me write all these three. T of 1 0 1, T of 1 1 0. This will also be the coefficients first, 2 1 4 0, and the basis elements are 1 0 and 1 1. Here also 1 0 and 1 1. मतलब कि because of this matrix we can write the relationship between the operation T, mapping T applied to each vector of the domain space. Whatever be the output, it can be written as the coefficients of this matrix in column used in the row 1 2 2 1 and 4 0 with the basis vectors of R2 as 1 0 and this. So we can easily calculate here 1 plus 2, this is 3 column 2. This will be 3 comma 1, and this will be 4 comma 0. So from this matrix we can calculate the definition of T applied to these three vectors of basis will give the output as 3 2 3 1 and 4 0. Now firstly we have to trace out the definition of T x y z. What should be the definition of this after applying? Since T is a mapping from R3 to R2, so अगर हम लोग R3 के किसी भी एक जनरल वेक्टर XYZ फॉर्म में अप्लाई करते हैं, तो इसका जो आउटपुट होगा इट विल बी बिलोंग्स टू R2, मतलब यहाँ पे दो टपल एलिमेंट होगा, वो हमें फाइंड करना है। यूजिंग दिस information we have, so as we know, if we apply T on any general vector in the domain, this will be, or for any vector this belongs to R3 can be written as in the linear combination of the basis vectors C1 0 1 1 plus C2 1 0 1 plus C3 1 1 0। मतलब कि हम लोग डोमेन के किसी भी वेक्टर को उसके बेसिस के लीनियर कॉम्बिनेशन के फॉर्म में लिख सकते हैं विद अ सुटेबल कांस्टेंट C1 C2 and C3। these are unknowns we have to find so that we can construct this definition। okay, so let's proceed। this will be C2 plus C3 C1 plus C3 and C1 plus C2 after multiplying the coefficients it simply means C2 plus C3 is equal to X, C1 plus C3 is equal to Y and C1 plus C2 is equal to Z। adding all these we will have 2 times C1 plus C2 plus C3 is equal to X plus Y plus Z। okay, implies C1 plus C2 plus C3 is equal to X by Z by 2। we have to find these coefficients C1 C2 C3। so now in place of C2 plus C3 it is X। if we substitute X in place of this then C1 will become, this implies C1 is equal to Y plus Z minus X by 2, C2 is equal to X plus Z minus Y by 2 and C3 is equal to X plus Y minus Z by 2। so C1 C2 C3 we have came across in terms of X Y Z that we have initiated with। so therefore any vector X Y Z belongs to R3 of domain space can be written as C1 the first coefficient Y plus Z minus X by 2 into 0 1 1 the first basis element, this is the first coefficient C1, second X plus Z minus Y by 2 1 0 1 plus X plus Y minus Z by 2 and the third 1 1 0। so any vector can be written as in the linear combination such that the coefficient C1 C2 C3 will be look like this in terms of X Y Z itself। now if we apply T on this T X Y Z and it is given that T is a linear transformation, so if we apply this T in this expression the coefficients will be left out Y plus Z minus X by 2 T of 0 1 1 plus X Z Y by 2 T of 1 0 1 plus X plus Y minus Z by 2 T of 1 1 0। okay, I don't think so there will be any confusion in this। अगर हम लोग इसमें T अप्लाई कर रहे हैं और T हमारा गिवन है कि ये लीनियर ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन है तो T का एप्लीकेशन इन कोएफिशिएंट्स पे कोई असर नहीं डालेगा क्योंकि these are constants from the field and it will only apply to this vectors of R3 only। so by definition we already have this is 3 comma 1 and this is 4 comma 0 that we have already calculated using the given matrix। now if you simplify this expression we will have X Y Z will boils down to 2x 2y plus z and 1 by 2 minus x y plus 3z. Okay, we will get the definition of the linear transformation till now. Anybody have any confusion? If you do have, please ask. So now, from here onwards, so let us write this definition. P of x, y, z is equal to 2x, 2y, z half minus x plus y plus 3z. Okay, this is the definition of the linear transformation that we have came across by calculation. Now, अब हमारे पास जो नया the task that we have to do, हमारे पास नए दो बेसिस थे R3 के और R2 के, and those are firstly P of 1 1 0, P of 1 0 1, P of 0 1 1, और ये तीनों वेक्टर्स R3 के नए बेसिस के हैं। और हमारे पास जो यहाँ पर था, इसको अगर कैलकुलेट करेंगे, put x equal to 1 and y equal to 1, we will have 4 comma 0, we will have 3 comma 1, it will be 3 comma 2. After applying the definition of P, we will get these two tuple elements from R2, and these can be written as in the linear combination of the new basis elements of R2 that we have to calculate the matrix as 4 times this, 3 times 1 comma 1 minus 0 comma 1, 1 comma 1 minus 0 comma 1. Let me write this first only. हमारे पास ये दोनों बेसिस एलिमेंट्स हैं, ठीक है, मतलब कि इसको हम लोग इन दोनों की लीनियर कॉम्बिनेशन के फॉर्म में लिख सकते हैं R2 में। सो हमें ये कोएफिशिएंट्स कैलकुलेट करना है such that this will become equal to this. So इसमें देखो अगर 4 को मल्टीप्लाई करें तो 4 1 4 and the second element is also 4. So अगर इसे माइनस करते हैं 4 4, so 4 minus 4 for the second element will become 0. Similarly 3 2, अगर 3 को फर्स्ट से मल्टीप्लाई करें तो हमारा फर्स्ट आ गया, और 3 minus 2 it will become 1, that is the second element. Similarly we have to calculate the third. This is 3 minus 1, so 3 1 is 3, it is the first element, and 3 minus 1 it is equal to 2. So these are the coefficients that we have calculated, and the new matrix n from 2 cross 3 from the standard basis this to this of R3 R2, it will become the row coefficients in the column. So this is 4 minus 4, this is 3 minus 2, this is 3 minus 1 is the final matrix. Okay, any confusion? अब एक चीज देखो, ध्यान देने वाली बात यह है, इस प्रॉब्लम में हमने जो स्टार्ट किया था यहां, लेट मी राइट दिस मैट्रिक्स हियर, दिस इज 4 minus 4, 3 minus 2 and 3 minus 1. देखो यहां पर सिंपली क्या था, थोड़ा सा शफल किए थे हम लोग बेसिस को। यहां पर जो हमारा गिवन बेसिस है, देखो ये तीनों एलिमेंट को सिंपली हम लोग एक तरह से क्या कि थर्ड वाले एलिमेंट को बेसिस के फर्स्ट प्लेस पे लेके गए और फर्स्ट वाले को लास्ट पे लेके गए। और दूसरी बात है कि जो कोडोमेन का बेसिस था 1011 को 11 को एज इट इज लिया और इसके बदले में हम एक नया बेसिस 01 लिया। अगर देखा जाए तो बहुत ज्यादा का मतलब हम लोग से मॉडिफिकेशन नहीं किया। बट इफ यू सी द चेंज इन द मैट्रिक्स, यहां पर कोएफिशिएंट क्या था 1 2 2 1 4 0 और यहां पे देखो क्या एब्रप्ट चेंज आया है 4 -4 3 -2 3 -1। ओके, सो अगर हम लोग इनफैक्ट अगर ये सेम बेसिस भी रखते हैं और सिर्फ इसका ऑर्डर चेंज करते हैं, द मैट्रिक्स विल बी वेरी मच डिफरेंट फ्रॉम द गिवन मैट्रिक्स। ओके, मतलब कि ऐसा नहीं है कि अगर हमारे पास जो वेक्टर्स का ऑर्डर है अगर वो हम मतलब कि चेंज करें तो हमारे इस कॉलम्स पे सिर्फ चेंज हो, ऐसा नहीं है। हमारा पूरा का पूरा मैट्रिक्स मतलब बदल सकता है। ओके, सो इस बात का ध्यान रखें। और एक बात जो है कि इसमें हमें कहा गया था ऑर्डर्ड बेसिस। इन द डेफिनेशन ऑफ दिस इज द रीजन why we have to take the ordered basis, क्योंकि इसमें अगर किसी भी वेक्टर को अगर हम शफल करें v1 की जगह अगर v2 लिखें और v2 की जगह vn लिखें या फिर u में अगर कोई शफल करते हैं तो जो अपकमिंग मैट्रिक्स है that will be totally different. Okay, so that's why we use this term ordered basis in place of simply writing standard basis. अगर स्टैंडर्ड बेसिस लिख रहे हैं तो हम लोग वेक्टर्स को आगे पीछे कर सकते हैं, लेकिन ऑर्डर बेसिस लिख रहे हैं तो वो बिल्कुल भी इसी ऑर्डर में रहेगा स्टैंडर्ड बेसिस के, इसको नहीं ले सकते हैं, सिर्फ इसी को लेना पड़ेगा। ओके, इज देयर एनी कंफ्यूजन? एनीवन? So after this topic, the whole syllabus of module 5 vector space is finished, and I hope you all have gone through the notes that I have provided, and there are lot many examples and objective problems in that. Go through all of the objective problems and the unsolved problems. If you do have problem, ask in Google Classroom, and if you do have sufficient problem, I will schedule a problem session class, and in that class I will discuss all the problems. Okay, till now this is all. Now I want to talk, any one of you raise your hand. Kindly raise your hand. Any one of you? Bittu Kumar. Okay, Bittu.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Good morning, Babu. So I hope you सारा कुछ इसमें से समझ में आया होगा।
Yes, sir. अभी तक फिर
और लेस मतलब इसमें देखो ये काफी प्रैक्टिस का चीज है, देखने में बहुत आसान है, ठीक है। और
तो क्वेश्चन अगर प्रैक्टिस करेंगे तो हो जाएगा। और
हाँ डेफिनेटली, इसमें मतलब ऐसा कोई भी ऐसा कॉम्प्लिकेटेड, बहुत कॉम्प्लिकेटेड चीज नहीं है जो समझ में नहीं है, ठीक है। बहुत ही स्टैंडर्ड रिजल्ट सब है ये और बहुत ही स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड।
यस
ओके, फिर भी अगर कोई प्रॉब्लम हो अभी तो पूछ सकते हो।
यस सर, गूगल क्लासरूम में पोस्ट कर देंगे।
ओके, ठीक है। सो फॉर टुडे देन, and if you do have problem, kindly ask in the Google Classroom, but I will schedule a problem session or tutorial class as according. Okay,
okay sir. Thank you sir.
All for today now. Thanks. Bye.